Okay, so for the purpose of today's training is to show you how to access Help Desk. So what I've done is I've logged in as the awards trainer. So since I'm on the Help Desk, I didn't want to show you this through my login, so I logged in as the trainer. I'm going to go to Help Desk. In a previous video or another video on our YouTube page, I said that the awards online help, we don't want to access that. So we just want to access the Help Desk here. Our YouTube page functions as awards online help because I go through several different modules and I break everything down. So let's say you're having an issue and you really do need help. You can send me a message in awards. That's fine. You can do that. A better step, though, is to send the message in Help Desk. The reason why I say that is I am not the only one. I'm Michelle Meyer, the author of this video. I am not the only one on the Help Desk. And if I'm not here and you have an issue, I don't want it to be delayed because I couldn't respond to you. So on the Help Desk, I clicked on that. You'll notice another page open. So here's the page we were on. We went to Help Desk, we clicked on it, and then a second window opened. Okay, so now here, compose the message. 3 people are on Help Desk, so all 3 of us are going to get this message. Subject. So let's make an example that you're having a problem in the DTR. Okay, so I'm going to put here, maybe I'll put DTR on the subject. Okay, now, when you're writing a description on the issue that you're having, keep a couple things in mind. Number 1, you're one of over 120 employees in the system. So if you're just saying, hey, I'm having a problem with the DTR, please help, it doesn't really give me a lot of information to go on. So I really do need it broken down. Anybody on the Help Desk would need it the same way. We really do need it broken down specific to what you're having. So again, let's say we went to the DTR, we entered in data, then we jumped back, entered data, and we're getting an error message. Okay, that's there's a way to resolve that, but some individuals may not know this, and so that could be an example. So the way you would describe that in this example is, in services, I attempted, or let's just make it simpler. I tried to enter in data for Mickey Mouse. Obviously, this is training in the YouTube video, so it's got to be confidentiality. Or it's got to follow the confidentiality policy. So I'm actually not going to use real names here. So this is a fake person in the training program. Again, I'm not going to call out any of our program names. So in the services, I tried to enter in data for Mickey Mouse in the training program in the DTR. Now I know exactly where you were. Okay, what you could do is you can even say today, so I know it's specific today. Okay, I entered in the service code. You know what, I'll use the rating scale and clicked continue. The screen would not let me go to step 2 in entering in all the data. Okay, so this tells me right off the bat what program you're in, training program, which person you're doing the data for, where specifically in the service module you're in, and what happened. All this information is critical because, again, the Help Desk person receiving this message needs to understand exactly what the issue is. So it's very easy if we have all the information. Now we can go in, we can test the system. Are we having the same example? Sometimes I could read a note here and say, okay, instead of doing this, do that. Or next time, go to the home screen, go back into services and attempt it one more time. So based on the information you gave me, I can give you some good tips on how to get past that. Okay? If you give me very little data, I'm just going to send you back a message And it's basically going to say, I just need some more information. I'll probably ask very specific questions. It is important to answer the question that's being asked, okay? So we're asking it for a very specific reason because we need to know where you are in the system and where the glitches are happening. Okay, which awards module were you in, right? So you had already said services, so that correlates. That's not required because it doesn't have an asterisk, but it's always good to fill that out. Impact of issue. We can still work. We can do most things. The work has stopped. We can't do anything. Or NA, data change or question. We're just basically asking a question or you need some kind of data to be changed. Okay? So, work, we can still work. So you can do your data, you were able to put the rating scale in, but you weren't able to do anything else, so you really couldn't go past that. So I would say you could do most things. In this example, it's most things. You were able to put a rating scale in. You couldn't get to step 2 or step 3, but at least the rating scale is in there to show that data was captured. Okay, so that's that. Work stopped or work stopping, can't do anything. So this issue that you're having is making you not be able to do anything else. Obviously, this example is not one that would fit that category. That's what that means. You really can't do anything else. You can't pass go. NA, data change or question. You wrote in something, you entered something in, you're like, oh, I need to fix that, but I really can't get in or it's locked. No, that's what you would require. That's when you would select this. It's a data change. I really need to unlock this note or I need to change this data. Can you help me out? So that's what that means. So we're going to leave this as we can do most things. Number of users affected. Okay, 1, 2 to 5, 6 to 10, so on and so forth, or NA. Now, why is this important? It may not seem important. The reason why it's important is I need to know, is this an issue that only you are having? Are your coworkers having the same issue? You may work in a site where you're the only staff person, so you may not be able to answer that. So obviously it's happening to you, so you, at the minimum, you're going to select yourself as 1. If you have other staff members, ask them if they're having the same issues when they're doing the data entry. If they're having the same issue, obviously you're going to select 2 to 5. So on and so forth, depending on how big your program is. Okay? I need to know, or the help desk person needs to know, what level of impact this is having. Is it just you? Is it everybody? We need to know, is this a glitch going on with the system? Or maybe it's the way you've carried out the data entry. Maybe there's a step that you're missing and that's why you're getting that error message. Or maybe there is a glitch and it's only happening to you. And that could definitely be happening. And it's odd when that happens, but it has happened. So we just kind of need to know how many people. So for this example, we'll do 1. Data dates. What dates specifically are being affected? Okay. Give me those dates. Consumer name, okay, so this form uses this language. I know for us, we use members and residents. We don't use the word consumer, but that's basically what they're asking here, okay? If there's somebody specific, obviously you're going to write here, and for this example, we're going to say Mickey Mouse. And this video is being recorded on the 25th of January, so we're going to use that as the example. Login. You're going to find yourself. Now, I'm logged in as the fake trainer or the fake person, aka trainer. Phone number. You don't have to include your phone number, but if you'd like somebody from the help desk to call you and you request that in your note, please call me. It's important that you provide a number which we can actually reach you. Do not provide a number where it does not accept messages, so make sure your messages are empty or at least has room for another message. And that when we call, we don't get a message of this person is not receiving calls at this time. As you can imagine, it leaves confusion as to why you left that number when that happens. So just make sure the number you provide is a number that we can reach you. That number could very well be the group home number. Phone number. Agency by default is JSTD. Obviously, you can't choose something else because this is only for JSTD. And the program. You're going to click that real quick. You're going to select the program that you're working in. And we're going to just do fake training program. Were you able to locate the information about the problem or question in Awards Online Help? That answer is always NA. I don't want you accessing online help because that will just confuse you further. Okay, and then you're going to hit send message. Send the message. A message will be sent to the person in help desk. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out and I'm going to log in as myself. When I log in as myself, I will have a message and it'll say help desk. So I will get this message. It'll tell me everything here, just like a work order, computer work order. The message that you had sent. Today is the service. Today in services, I tried to enter in data for Mickey Mouse in the training program in the DTR. I entered the rating scale and clicked continue. The screen would not let me go to step 2, entering in all the data. Here's all the answers that you completed in each section, which gives me additional data to look at. Okay, here's the answer to were you able to find it on online help, and I had told you to put NA. So you'll notice that all 3 trainers are on here. So I'm going to reply all, and for this purposes, I'm going to put test message, not a real help desk issue. Had this been a real help desk issue, I would have responded, I will look into it, thank you very much, and I'll put my name here. This tells the other help desk people that I've got this ticket. I've got it, I'm going to run with it. Had Christia responded and said, I'm going to look into it, thank you very much, I know, okay, back off. She's got it. Okay, I might follow up with her to see how things are going, but really I don't need to get that involved at this point. Same thing with Joanna. Joanna said, hey, I'm going to look into it. Again, the correspondence this way is just so that we're all in the same loop and we know what's going on. Okay, and so that is help desk.